Hi there, my name is Ram and I am a director and co-founder of NovelTea Proprietary Limited. We manufacture premium spirits and our signature product is LongLeaf tea vodka. It is 100% natural and 100% organic tea infused vodka. The tea comes from my family plantations in Sri Lanka. It is hand-picked organic black Sri Lankan tea. The vodka is made in New South Wales in the Hunter Valley in Australia, and it is a famous wine producing region close to Sydney. We use pure rainwater that is collected at the distillery to manufacture the vodka, and have won many international awards both in San Francisco and in London for popular tea infused vodka. In terms of our main milestones that our company has achieved over the past few years, the most important one, I will have to say, is owning the IP for such a unique product. We are a 100% naturally infused vodka, which is actually very difficult to achieve. Most flavored vodkas out in the market are synthetically flavored, meaning they use the chemical equivalent of the flavor, whereas we actually use natural black tea to make our vodka, and that has been a main pillar of difference and has allowed us to really dominate in this space, both in Australia and on a global stage. The other milestones are obviously extensive market take up by the Australian market. People have actually absolutely loved this product. They find it very versatile and unique and delicious. So that's been a very key milestone for us to achieve. Following on, winning the international awards in the two most renowned competitions in the world, both in San Francisco and in London, have been key for us. And finally, I'd like to say that even being able to raise a significant amount of funding, when we started off, has been a key milestone for any startup, and likewise for us. It was very important that we were able to raise enough money to start this journey, and as you know, cash is king. So having that amount of capital has been a great strength for us over the years. In the world of startups, setbacks are the norm. Every day becomes a crisis situation. There have been so many setbacks and so many days where we would have had to wrap up and go home because we couldn't find an easy solution to our crisis. However, we've persevered and moved on and learned from all these various setbacks. To give you a couple of examples, in terms of the lessons that we learned from setbacks, is when you start up an enterprise, it becomes quite difficult very soon to manage everything that goes on. So you tend to not allocate your resources in the perfect way to maximize those resources. So resource allocation is something that any entrepreneur or startup would struggle with because of lack of experience. So did we. We didn't really understand where we need to spend our resources at the very beginning, but over time we learn to get much better at resource allocation. Another example would be for a startup is knowing when to hire the right people. It's like I said before, cash is king. So there's always this tendency to be very careful with spending, and to make sure that we don't waste all our resources in one particular area. But a startup will always come to a point where they need to make up their mind to invest in the right people to be able to take the company to the next stage. So in terms of learnings, I would say that we have learned two key lessons from early setbacks, which is resource allocation and knowing when to hire the right people. We at NovelTea are certainly optimistic about the current competitive environment the world over, and certainly the future. The reason is because our product, LongLeaf Tea Vodka, is perfectly placed to benefit from the current global trends. First and foremost, there is a wave of premiumization that we are looking to ride globally. People are drinking more premium spirits than your cheaper spirits. So that's us being a premium product. We are certainly well placed to take advantage of this fact. Following on, you may beg to differ, but the alcohol consumption per person has actually come down over the last few decades, and now this is actually a fact, but the amount spent per person is actually going up. This suggests that people are drinking much less, but at the same time paying more for your boutique wines and your premium cocktails and your premium spirits and your craft beers. Again, we are playing in a space, being a versatile drink, and being able to make really premium cocktails. We are well placed to take advantage of this fact in the current competitive environment as well. There's also one other trend that the world is seeing right now, which is using tea in alcoholic beverages. Certainly in Asia and even in certain parts of Europe, people are mixing tea with their alcoholic beverages, and there's been a current trend towards this, and we are perfectly placed to have been in the market for a few years already, to take advantage of this trend as well. In terms of our future plans, we certainly plan to stay premium, and extend our portfolio both horizontally and vertically, meaning that we are looking to create more flavored vodkas. It'll still be tea based, but we're looking at infusing it with a couple of other Sri Lankan spices, for example ginger tea vodka and cinnamon tea vodka. So these couple of new flavors will add to our portfolio in terms of our horizontal portfolios. We'll have a range of products to take advantage of this premiumization the world is seeing at the moment. And also we are looking to expand vertically in terms of RTDs, which stand for ready to drink version. So where we make a pre-mixed cocktail drink that would come in a bottle that you just have to open and consume, just like a beer or a cider. So in terms of our plans for the future, that would be it. In terms of the challenges that we as a growth stage company are facing at the moment, there are so many. Just like there have been so many setbacks, there are always challenges going forward. The main challenge for us would be, specifically in Australia, would be the excise duty, or rather the taxation, if you will, on spirits. Your beers and wines are taxed very little, and your full strength spirits are taxed very, very heavily. So that has been a major challenge for us in Australia. Australia is one of the countries with the highest excise duty rates in the world by far. So it has been a real challenge to innovate and to do research and development in this field because of government regulations and tax. So the industry certainly is lobbying for changes in taxation policy, and it has been a significant challenge for us. For instance, about 80 to 85% of our manufacturing cost is tax. So if we can reduce that, even a little, it'll certainly influence our margins and certainly influence our ability to innovate and create a sustainable entity. Finally, in terms of a small piece of advice for any aspiring entrepreneur out there, is this. Having a business idea is great. Having a unique idea, a very clear solution to, or rather, a very simple and clear solution to a real problem is an absolutely fantastic place to start. However, mind you that no matter what idea you have, there would have been so many people out there that already have that idea. Ideas or business ideas mean very little. You may have the greatest idea in the world, but if you don't do anything about it, there's no point. So ideas mean very little, but implementation means everything. So whatever idea you might have, don't sit on it. Get out there and start in any capacity. Everything starts small. So don't for one moment think that you've stumbled upon this brilliant idea and you can sit on it for as long as you like, because no one else would have thought of it. Absolutely not the case. There will be hundreds, if not thousands of people out there who already have thought of it, but they have or they are sitting on it too. So implement your idea in any in even the smallest possible way as soon as you can. That would be my advice. A couple of other points to close out this video would be there's this famous concept called analysis paralysis. Don't overanalyze your product. Once I read this famous quote by unknown author, said, if you launch your product into the market and find that it's perfect, then you've waited too long to launch. So don't wait for the perfect product. Launch your product as soon as it's barely ready, and let the market tell you how to tweak it, how to change it, and then you can go back to the drawing board and learn from the market feedback and attempt to create the perfect product. So again, don't wait. Launch first and analyze later.